Crunchyroll is at it again, showing more that they want to be a monopoly by putting a juggernaut of anime behind a paywall that was originally free. So, news came out as of like an hour or more, like 4 hours ago, but Crunchyroll has now announced that One Piece is not going to be free anymore. You're going to be paywalled up to, I think, from like 200 something to the up to date, unlike before when it was free and everyone could watch it. So this is, you know, encouraging to hit the high seas, to go watch the high seas. Let's take a look at a article done by Comic Book to take a little bit more of an in-depth look at what's going on. One Piece on Crunchyroll won't be free anymore soon. If you want to see the 1,000+ episodes of One Piece, you need to pay for it now. My big thing is not a lot of people have a lot of money, especially nowadays in the United States. It's just getting harder to live. One Piece is heading into a new dawn for Crunchyroll. The streamer confirmed with IGN, basically Game Informer, that the 1,000+ episodes of the Massive Shonen Juggernaut will no longer be free and on the ad-supported tier. All One Piece episodes will be moved to under a paid premium tier on Crunchyroll, meaning fans will have to pay to experience their favorite pirate crew traveling the wacky seas of the Grand Line, which is a lot deep. They're in the New World, but fortunately Crunchyroll will not suddenly put every One Piece on premium in one go. So, One Piece episodes go from premium to different phases. First phase will be December 23rd, right before Christmas. They will transfer 344 episodes covering Water 7, Enies Lobby, Thoroughbark, the Summit War, and the Fishman arcs. Jeez, that's like a mid-part. Why not just work your way back? That's so stupid. Then phase 2 will be 305 covering Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Zoe, and Whole Cake Island arcs on January 20th next year. Then phase 3 will be the rest of them, the rest past that, which will be covering Rivier, Wano, Egghead on February 17th. Which is beyond ridiculous. They're going to leave the first 206 so you can get hooked, which, I mean, is still alright, but the fact that they're like, alright, you need to be paying for, you know, $7.99 to watch this big Juggernaut episode, which has been free from the beginning. Obviously, it's going to cover the East Blue, Alabaster, and Sky arcs, which, Sky Island arc, Skypiea, which leaves a good chunk, but even then, like, by then, it's still a lot. But I will say, at least they're not going to be like first 60 episodes, then it's done. They still have a majority of the first good 3 arcs of One Piece for free. And keep in mind, they do not have exclusive streaming rights. So if you have Hulu or Netflix, you could, you know, go on there and go watch it. But the problem is, Netflix is the only service that is coming out with every single episode that's being put out, like, in Japan. So we'll get it maybe an hour or two after Japan gets it on Crunchyroll, which is good, but besides that, it was free up until recently. It's a bunch of problems. And the fact that they're trying to basically make this a big juggernaut, make this a big monopoly, and really show that is insane. Especially with how there's like 1,100 episodes, and it's already kind of like an iffy service to begin with. Crunchyroll is kind of the better ones of them. Funimation was better, but unfortunately, you know, Funimation got bought by Sony, which is also, you know, who also bought Crunchyroll. It all got absorbed in together. And then on top of this, it's raising their prices and got rid of the comment section, which comment sections are pretty good, and you get to see a lot of things. But they removed it because there were a lot of people being hateful for a couple anime back like a year or so ago. That's the reason why they got rid of it. And it talks about what One Piece is. One Piece is getting put behind a paywall up to, from the first 3 arcs onwards. You can't see past that 3rd arc. What does that make people do? That makes them want to go and sail the high seas. Go to like bootleg websites and like, you know, pirate website, which that's what Crunchyroll was to begin with. It wasn't a legit streaming website. It was a bootleg pirate website that, you know, focused on anime and like a bunch of Japanese stuff. Then it started getting contracts and trying to make itself legit. And now because of Sony, it's just becoming this. And you know, while they have the live action coming out on Netflix, which is green-lighted for a 2nd season, by the way, it's going to be pretty good. I really do generally enjoy the live action One Piece. What does that leave for, you know, the people who can't really afford to pay $8 a month? And I know a lot of people are like, well, it's just $8, you can throw it away. For some people, $8 is a meal for them for a day. Like, keep in mind, the world's just getting harder to live in, and so this $8 is just extra money that they need to use for bills or something like that. So I don't really know how to feel about this being put behind a paywall when it's already an okay service at best, and then Crunchyroll's absorbing and trying to absorb all these other big names into them, along with Sony buying out things to absorb into Crunchyroll. It's just a whole big mess, and I don't really like the idea that they're putting all this behind a paywall, and then, you know, they got rid of comment section. So let me know what you guys think. This is just a quick news thing, something that's kind of big and something that should be brought up, and it's wild that they want to do this. Another point that I do want to bring up, since they're putting One Piece behind a paywall, Bleach is coming out with stuff right now. So are they going to put like the bigger juggernauts? I think they're already behind paywalls. Hold on, let me double check this theory, because if they're already behind paywalls, okay, my bad. They don't have Crunchyroll in here, which is kind of weird. I know Hulu for a fact does have Bleach, but I don't understand why they don't have Bleach on here. But anyway, look. So if you look here, Case Closed is 500 plus episodes and is one of the more renowned long-time running animes. And it's behind a paywall. Every single episode is behind a paywall, so if you don't pay, you can't watch Detective Conan. But Black Clover, on the other hand, is not behind a paywall, but you have to deal with ads, which is fine, but only up to a certain point. Once you get to episode 25, you need to go ahead and pay for it. So with the signs have been there, it's the big popular ones, the ones that people are going to want to watch, they put behind premium paywalls. And meanwhile, the new stuff is also behind paywalls, and the things that people don't want to watch are not behind paywalls. So let's look at Demon Slayer. This is popular. So the first season, not behind a paywall. So let's take a look at the second season. See if this is behind a paywall. Okay, what about the movie? It starts at the movie. The movie's behind a paywall, and then the training arc's behind a paywall. Then entertainment, yeah, pretty much first season of every anime is pretty much free and not behind a paywall. If you wanted to, oh, they even have music videos on here. When did they? Anyway, if you want to take a look at a big series, you have to cough up once you get past the first season, which kind of sucks, in my opinion, especially with people that, you know, they don't have a lot of money. And this is something that, you know, at the end of the day, they come to relax and see stuff like that. So let's see. I just want to quick take a look. Yep. All right. Let's see here. First 3 episodes of the Dandadan are free, and then the rest are behind a paywall. Yeah, it looks like they give you a little bit of taste, and then everything else is behind the paywall. So let's see, first season for My Hero, and then we hop with the second season and behind a paywall. So the signs have been there, but like I said, I don't like that idea that all of a sudden this big, huge free anime that people have been working through, all of a sudden now it's gonna have to, they're gonna have to pay like $9, $8 a month, $9 a month to watch it ad free, or even get behind the paywall. So let me know what you guys think. Love you all, appreciate you all, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.